Hello everybody, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys everything I wear while I ride my Ducati. So this is a 2025 Panigale V2, and then I have all my gear back there. I wanted to show it to everybody and just kind of go over what I wear while I ride. I do have a good friend of mine, I guess, who doesn't believe in that. On his best day, he's maybe wearing riding boots. That's about it. He wears sweatpants or Jordans or t-shirts, and he does wear a helmet, which is nice. But I'm going to show you guys what I wear while I ride this because I do ride on a track. So I figure I should go over everything and kind of just show you guys all my gear because it's a really cool setup. So I just wanted to show everybody it. So let's get this bike started up and get it outside so I can show you around the bike a little bit. All right, so this is all my stuff. If you watched my previous video, I showed me setting up my garage because this garage was a mess before. So now I have all my riding stuff here for the most part. This is my main vest I wear. So this is an airbag vest. It's from Alpine Stars. So you charge it up. The vest will actually light up right here. You see that's all the info on it, everything inside on how it works. This actually will puff up with air. I believe there's sensors inside of it that know if I'm moving faster than I should be moving, meaning my body is moving faster, meaning I'm no longer attached to the bike. So that actually puffs this up with air, which is really cool. So it's a huge, huge safety thing. It also has this really rock solid back piece, which is nice. And then you could even just wear this without wearing the jacket, and you'll probably be just as safe. I still wear a jacket, but it's all preference. And you charge it up, and that lasts you, a long time. And I think you can actually use it multiple times. Personally, if it puffed up with air once and I fell off the bike once and it puffed up with air, I'm just trashing it and getting a new one because I don't trust that. But I believe you can get a couple uses out of these. They are a little pricey, but my thought is when it comes to like gear with riding and any gear for any sort of like extreme sports, whether it be like snowboarding, skiing, riding, whatever the case may be, don't cheap out on gear. I know that from experience. I just recently had an experience where I was not wearing the correct gear while skiing. I've never skied before. I went skiing, went down a double black diamond, hit a tree or a rock or something. Head first, I was wearing a skateboarding helmet, not even a skiing helmet, and I got very badly injured, fractured parts of my back and my neck. Thank God I'm walking and I'm alive because I really should not have walked away from that. But I was out of the hospital the next day, thank God. But that definitely taught me don't mess around with gear. Just show you guys how it goes on real quick. It does fit very tightly. At least for me, I like my stuff to fit very tight. I want it to be very snug on my body because none of this stuff is built for comfort. So now with it on, all you would do is zip this up. This has a little magnet, so this all connects. And you would hold this button right down here. It isn't charged right now, but when it is charged, you hold that button. The lights will come on. You put it. I usually put just mine in race mode because that's just how I ride. And I just want it to be, the most reactive it can be. But it does have off-road mode, I believe, and it has a street mode. Not really sure the differences. I would figure off-road just makes it more used to bumps and things like that, and then street mode is probably more like cruising, where race is probably more track style riding, I guess. Next thing I usually put on is going to be my jacket that I put down over here. Everything I have is Alpine Stars except for my helmet. My helmet is, where's my helmet? This is my main helmet, an HJC, but I'd love to get one of those Alpine Stars carbon helmets one day eventually, but they're out of my price range right now. But this is my riding jacket. So this is pretty straightforward. It's all mesh, so it's pretty light to wear, which is nice. I know leather ones are technically better for street, but I find them just to be very heavy, and I'm a smaller person, and it just honestly weighs me down. It's just not comfortable for how I ride. But this is pretty breathable. Plus, I have this under it, so I should be good if anything happens. But this has, elbow padding, shoulder padding, a little bit of back padding as well, and it is very breathable. It's got pockets and everything. As you can see, it does fit very snug. You got zippers in the sleeves, and you can use a little Velcro. I usually put my gloves on before I do that so I can kind of get it over the gloves. So it adds a little more protection. So I tend to sit this rolled up like that. Now, the pants, I have Alpine Stars riding pants here. So these are pretty much the exact same thing as the jacket. So they have a little bit of padding on your butt. They got nice knee padding and a bunch of zippers and pockets and just padding all over the, on the front here as well as a little bit. And they have the exact same style as my jacket, which is cool. So these will kind of just go on and look the exact same. So these pants, like I said, they got your knee padding. They have zippers on the bottom to tighten them up as you please. You got pockets here, a little bit of padding here and here, around here as well for your waist. These zipper pockets are great. I have them here. So again, this all kind of matches. It's kind of the same setup. Again, it all fits very snug. So, because I just kind of like the way that feels. So next, we have my boots set up. So this is actually one pair of shoes. These you put on first, these you put on after. So they're really for track riding. So if you're on the track, you'd be riding the whole thing. So these go in here. I'll show you guys how that works. But once you are riding on the track, say, these are very heavy, so you want to take these off, so you want to walk around a little bit and just slide them back in and zip them up, you can. So these are kind of more for just general walking, but these kind of get shredded very easily. So I tend not to take these, walk around with these, and just tend to keep these on for the most part. So I ended up just spending more money than I needed to on the boots, but my theory is just an extra layer of protection for your feet. So why not? So left and right foot. So these are the inside boots, so left and right. So you just pull them, tie them, attach the Velcro here. I like to go put this on over it and then zip them down like that. Kind of just slide it. Same thing on this side. Now we're going to do the left and right outside boots. So we got the outside boots on. So these are pretty simple too. So you just zip them up. This zipper, little latch it goes into. You just tighten it up to your preference. So that's your outside boots. You got armor on here, here, and they are just like a really thick leather. These things are ridiculously heavy. It's very uncomfortable for me. I'm about 5'8" and maybe 155 pounds, 160 pounds. So the bike is even probably a little big for me. At least for my skill of riding, I haven't ridden that much. I have my close friend, who rides literally everywhere, so he can ride anything. I'm not as skilled as he is. So this stuff does feel very bulky on me. Next thing I usually put on is one of my ski masks. So I have two because I thought I lost one. So I bought another one and then found it. So these are just traditional Nike Tech ski masks. Usually just pop these on to try to keep the wind and everything. And I don't really like the feeling of all the stuff inside the helmet. So I just keep this on. It's a little more comfortable for me. So I just pop that on real quick. All right. So I hope you guys can hear me just as well with the mask on. So obviously I have my ski mask. These are my two helmets. So I kind of go back and forth. This is an AGV helmet. So this one's a lot lighter and it doesn't have my Cardo on it, but this one's, much lighter on my head. It doesn't have as much noise cancellation. It is better for, more intense riding, but I don't find it as comfortable as this HJC that I have. So this is what I wear 9 out of 10 times when I'm riding. So this has a lot more padding. It's got a lot more soundproofing, which I like because I have my Cardo on it. So that's for listening to music for anyone who doesn't know, or like answering phone calls. You do all that with this little guy right there. So I prefer this one because it's a lot more comfortable. It's pretty standard looking. Once I got the inside of it there. It's matte black, matches my bike. My bike's matte black, so I thought that was kind of cool. So I'll pop this on as well. All right, so I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but you just put this little latch in, flip it on. You hit this little button here, and that'll turn on the Cardo, and that'll connect it to your phone and everything. That way, like I said, you can answer phone calls, you can change the music you're listening to, go back a song, go forward a song, go to the next song, all that stuff. Pause your music, answer, hang up, anything you want to do. Tell you who's calling you, and all that, which this helmet does not have set up to it. Gloves I wear, Alpine Stars gloves, got some knuckle support here. They also have a connect to these two fingers, keep these fingers together, because that's a problem a lot of people have. If they have a fall, they tend to put their hands like that or something, and they mess up a finger here, or they snap this one back, so this keeps them all together, which is nice. These are just connected with Velcro. So I just pop them on, Velcro them up. Then that's usually when I do the whole sleeve here, just to kind of keep it a little bit more unison and together. I find it keeps me a little warmer too. Sometimes I wear long johns and everything as well. So that's that.